Hi, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your May 16th to the 31st, 2023 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out more than you will ever know and gets me back on the YouTube algorithm, especially since I had to take a break to take care of sick family members. And it has been a struggle to get back on the algorithms, kind of projectile forward. So thank you so much. You guys are absolutely amazing. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Sorry about that. My mic just fell. Here we go. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, this is the magician reverse. So why I say ooh is because the magician is such a positive card. So when we have this coming up as reverse, there's a sense that we're not recognizing the power, the magic, the brilliance within us. There can also be con people around us who want us to think higher of them than they actually are. So just be aware of that. Don't be taken in by people. Look, research, see what resonates with you, see what doesn't, type of thing. Really listen to your gut during this time. But Spirit is saying that we're not claiming our own power. We're thinking, oh, I'm not that good, I'm not that great, or, I haven't achieved this, or I haven't achieved that, or I have this setback, that setback. And that's really keeping us from seeing the true gifts of who we are, the true power of what we've accomplished in life, even if it isn't what we had thought it would be. So, Spirit's saying, really show up for yourself, stand before the altar of your existence, because there's a sense here of like not wanting to, or of thinking, I've mucked up in one way or another. I don't get to. And Spirit's like, no, that's not the case. The best stories that we read, the best movies that we watch, the best, TV shows, they all have this arc of character development, right? If the person is always perfect, it's a boring story. You need to have trials, you need to have tribulations, you need to have the intensity, the same in a person's life. It makes for an interesting story, even if we don't want to be one. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. And here is wisdom reverse. We're not feeling wise. And when I say here, it makes for an interesting story, right? When I was younger, I always envisioned that our lives were like books in a library that angels would read, and they would open up the book and they would get to read our story, and then we'd go to sleep, and everybody would go to sleep at different times because the angels would close their books at different times. And so here, when we have wisdom reversed, not only are we not seeing our magic, but we're not seeing ourselves as being that wise. And that's okay. We might not be, we might be stumbling along and thinking, wow, man, I really don't know. I'm not sure. I'm feeling overwhelmed. But that's part of life. And a lot of times, the people who think they know the most don't. And the people who think they know the least, they have a pretty good grasp on things. It's just when you start to figure out the scope and breadth of knowledge and the finite time we have on this earth that it can get overwhelming. You're not wise. Wisdom is something accumulated through trial and error and heartbreak and pain and growth. It's not something like I thought when I was younger that you just became wise. You just knew things. You know things because you had them backfire in your face before. That's why as you get older, hopefully, right, you get wiser. Though we do know those people who are still reckless, right? So let's see what Spirit has to say through the tarot. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Okay. What's really interesting here, we have the Page of Swords. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's somebody who's going to be handing us a message. This could be a person who's just a young soul, very much more in the physical world than kind of the metaphysical world. They're not really into diving deep into things type of deal, but they're going to be handing us a message. There's something about this time that's excellent for learning, excellent for diving deeper into things, excellent for looking at things in different ways. So that's really quite powerful here. With the Five of Cups, this card tells us, I'm sorry, I have really bad allergies, so do bear with me. This card tells us change your mind, change your life. And that's going to be something here that we need to look at is our outlook on things. Spirit's saying we can look at everything that failed and we can keep that in our mind's eye forever and ever. But turning around and seeing the Two of Cups, seeing the healing, beautiful love, that's a powerful thing. And saying, you know what? Things have failed, but things fail in everybody's life. I'm embracing love. I'm embracing healing. I'm embracing peace within myself. And I'm starting by caring about me. Now, I highly recommend Spring Forest Qigong in the description box below. It's just a free video that they have that you can follow along to. I find it very healing, very balancing, very cleansing. So I would love to share that, even with just one person. If you click on the description box, I don't get anything from any of the links in the description box, but if they help one person, that would be amazing. So here, it's changing. It's changing our world by changing what we're looking at. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is harvest time, right? It's saying, yeah, I went through a lot of hard work, and there's still a lot of hard work to go. But right here, right now, I celebrate me. Take your own counsel, not to the point that you don't listen to anybody else, but listen to your gut, listen to your intuition, listen to what your soul is telling you. Guard your money, all right? This is a time to be a bit wiser with our money. Don't look towards the future. Don't look at the past. Be right here, right now. And that's going to be one of the most challenging and most beautiful things that we can do for ourselves. With the Page of Swords, here you see that scroll he has in his hand? There is going to be a message coming to you. Probably text wise, some form of text is going to be giving you a message, whatever that is, while you're reading a book or you receive a text message or, anything like that. Just know that that's how that message is going to come forward. You can even see a sign and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that. You're also going to be a student of your thoughts, a student of what you desire during this time, a student who is more than able to learn, soak things up like a sponge type of deal. The white horse is a link to the spirit world. The spirit world is going to be talking to you. So a lot of the message you're going to get are either from people who passed or from spirit itself saying to you, hey, I'm here. I'm paying attention to you. Just know that I'm right here with you. It's interesting that you have two twos reversed. So 2 is a number of creativity. It's a number of connection, right? So here we cannot be feeling very creative and we cannot be feeling like we want to connect. I'm almost seeing like, you know what? I'm done. Like a closing of the door. Like I'm done. I just need my quiet time. Kind of like going into a dressing room area type of space here. And there's just a sense of the horizon. I'm not looking outward, right? I'm looking inward now. And that's what I need to do for me. And we're looking at different choices to make, different things. And there's a sense of like, I don't want to follow the normal path, here, or is it that I don't want to follow the normal path? Usually I see the Two of Swords of like, I have two set ways of doing things, but there's more ways that become known to me. And here, it's almost like, I don't want to follow the rules. I don't care how it's supposed to be. I want to see what it can be for me, like how I can open that door for me. And that's going to be a very powerful thing. It's also going to be a little bit of a overwhelming thing because you can actually start to see, okay, during this time here at Capricorn, like real talk, there's a sense of like, I can see a lot. I can see a lot of different paths. I can see a lot of different ways forward. I don't know if your third eye is opening or you're like balancing your chi more or whatever it is that you're doing. But there is a sense here that you're connecting more and more with spirit. And that can be very overwhelming, especially for somebody who likes to be so structured and ordered. It's, because you're ruled by Saturn, right? So that energy comes in of like, I like to be like this. I like to have it like this. And so when you start to have this shift, even because we're moving towards the Two of Cups, right? We're moving towards healing. We're looking at ourselves. We're not distracted by the outside world anymore. And we could be looking at the paths that we have taken and wondering if things could have been different. A sense of how did this map out for me type of thing. I don't think it's morose, though we can be very, very hard on ourselves and think, oh, those weren't the wisest moves. But all of a sudden, everything doesn't seem so set in stone. Everything seems much more free flowing, creative, intuitive. A sense of, okay, this happened, but how do I move forward in the power of me right now? Like, how do I take the steps to where I want to be? It doesn't matter our age. And I know you're going to laugh and say, yes, Dane, it does. But it doesn't. I've seen people reinvent themselves in their 80s and do so with such confidence of being. And it doesn't come because they had money in the bank, type of thing. So here, there's a sense of opening up a door. There's a sense of a door opening. I know you're going into a place that is more quiet for you, and then you're stepping out. It's kind of like you go in to transform. And that's what this time is for you, Capricorn. It's a transformative period. You'll see by like around the 31st of May, you'll step out and you'll be more you than when you stepped in, or you'll be more of what you want to project. It's kind of like, I'm working to be this, type of deal. So just be aware of this. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of during this time is the Ace of Swords reversed. And that could be cutting, hurtful, hateful words coming in. That can also be a sense of, like, I don't know how to express myself the way that I want to, the way that I need to. So just be aware of that. It's a gift from God, Source Spirit, however we see the divine, the universe, that we're not taking. So, or that we're not ready to take. We could be taking it later on. Our subconscious message from Spirit is clarity. There are a lot of things that are going to be clear from the past and from the present. And that's why Spirit is saying, stand where you are right now. Guard what is most valuable to you. Because a lot of things are going to be made clear that can kind of sweep you off your feet. But all of a sudden, you're a student again. All of a sudden, you're learning again. All of a sudden, you're moving forward in a greatness of what you desire. It brings you to your subconscious tarot message, which makes perfect sense. The Nine of Swords. Worry, doubt, fear, feeling overwhelmed, feeling as if, can I do this? Can I move forward this way? Just know that subconsciously, you're afraid of the next steps, which, I mean, it isn't a bad thing. Everybody's afraid. Gosh, I feel sometimes like I'm afraid all the time. But that's something that we acknowledge and say, okay, this is uncomfortable for me, but I need to step out of my worry. I need to step out of my fear and step into myself, into my power, into what I desire for me, and open up those doors. All right. All right, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. You're really, during this time, breaking chains that have been a part of you for just so long that you didn't even know they were there. It's kind of like Marley in a Christmas Carol, carrying those chains with you. And it's like, it's just so overwhelming, but they become so second nature. And you're really setting yourself free. And you're not taking anybody else's road. You're finding what's right for you. You're seeing, well, this is what I need. And that door is opening in a very, very beautiful way. All right, Capricorn. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Oops. Sorry about my mic again. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Capricorn. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a lovely end of May. God bless. Bye.